Hello and welcome to the podcast The Healer is Born. I'm Dina Alma, and here with me is my friend Eleanor. She is my soul sister, my friend, a colleague, a healer, um, and many more titles so that we're not going to go through all of them. But what's important, she was there from the very beginning of this journey. Of course, even before, but she's the perfect witness of what happened and over the last 30 days. So today we're going to discuss exactly what happened, I would say, in the last week. And I would like to let you know that I did get my biopsy results. So so let's begin. Welcome to the show.
Welcome. Thank you. I'm very excited to be here with you, my dear friend, sister. So let's dive to your journey and share with us what happened in the last month. I'm sure the audience are very curious.
Yeah, so the first three episodes, if you haven't watched or listened to them, I highly encourage you to watch them because there I go in a real deep dive into all the things because it was so important for me to record it in real time. And I'm so glad I did because today I wouldn't be able to reproduce all the details, all the fun facts and the deep understandings of what happened. So on last episode, I shared with you a one day of my life. It was a Wednesday. I will never forget that day with ancestral healing and the a healing circle and whatnot. Everything that happened on that day, and on that day, I knew beyond the benefit of the doubt that I was healed. And exactly a week later, I got a phone call. It was 8 in the morning or 8:30 in the morning. I got a phone call from my doctor, um, a breast surgeon. She called me herself, and she said, "Well, I have a great news for you. Your biopsy result showed up, and it's benign. It's benign. It's benign." And those exact words I told myself the day or the 2 days after the biopsy when I was in the ocean. I just went to the ocean when I was already cleared to go because they have a hole. I had a hole in my breast that I just allowed it to heal a little bit before I did that, and I just told myself it's benign, it's benign, it's benign, and this is what I heard from her. But between those two moments, between the biopsy and the results, uh, there were exactly 22 days. Like I love numbers by
Yeah.
now, so I counted. I had to know exactly exactly how many days, and it was exactly 30 days since the day again I was on my balcony the night before. I felt the lump in my right breast, and it was exactly 30 days. It was 2nd of June, and I got my results on the 2nd of July, the birthday of my husband, his 49th. So you cannot, I would say that you cannot make this up. And what's so crazy was that the doctor said it will only take less than a week, few days. I'll see you early next week. And 22 days passed. So apparently, based on what she told me, uh, the biopsy was stuck in customs, like with FedEx in Miami, and
Unbelievable.
it didn't even get into the lab. So in the lab, it only took 2 days. So 20 days, it was in nothing, in void, like in the limbo
Well,
between dimensions.
well, we know why it happened. You know, we know this is the time that you took for healing, for watching, for seeing. Why? For what reason? If we can really be specific. For what reason this journey came into your life? And you had the questions. You went deep inside the true heart, and to see the essence of what happened there. And that's why I think it took 22 days, beside the fact that 22 day, the number of 22 is a very strong and very powerful number.
Yeah. Do you wanna let's talk a little bit about it. And I don't remember everything, but so please feel free to jump in, and like if I forgot any details, maybe we'll discover a few more just out of our conversation. So just so you know, it's unscripted. We just go with whatever comes, because this is our like offline conversations. We go like almost daily for hours, like 1 hour, 2 hours, and it's like this little ping pong. And every time we finish conversation, we just say, "Oh, I wish we would have recorded it because there's so many insights." So the 22, I had to look it up, of course. So I go to my favorite Gemini conversation. I have one chat that called a lump on my breast, the meaning. So I just keep returning into the same conversation. So I asked, what's the meaning of the 22? So first of all, in numerology, 22, it's a master builder number. It's one of those master numbers that are very strong and powerful. In addition, if you add, so it's like the building blocks of the universe. If you add up the two numbers, 2 plus 2, it's going to be 4. And 4 has even more meanings of grounding. So it's also for directions, like north, south, east, west, 4 corners of any building, like very strong structural formation. And me as a structural engineer, it's like, but of course it has to have 4 corners, right? A very solid structure. 4 corners of the temple from Jewish tradition. For what
For
else?
elements.
4 elements. Yeah,
That's
of
right.
course. 4 archangels, 4 main archangels,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
What else? What else is 4? So it's a very grounded structural number. So it's basically telling me that this is the way that's exactly the structure I needed to anchor the spiritual transformation into into 3D reality,
That's
into
right.
my flesh, into my body, into my life, right? So it's all about grounding the energy and manifesting it here and on earth, and not just as an idea in spiritual realms.
Yeah.
And
Just to be aware. Yeah. Exactly.
I have to tell you, I'm not sure if we spoke about it, but 22, it's also a number of the letters in the Hebrew alphabet. So in Kabbalah, the 22, through to those 22 Hebrew letters, these are also the building blocks of the entire universe, because each letter has a meaning. The shape of each letter like has it's like structural meaning, spiritual meaning, energetic meaning. So
Yeah.
it's crazy. So exactly 22. Can you imagine? Anything else I forgot, Eleanor?
Um, no, I think we're talking, but and you said it like everything was I don't know.
Say it in Hebrew. I'll just translate.
לא, שכמעט כאילו את הכל מאוד מאוד יפה ומסודר.
Mhm.
That's
She just saying and basically said it very like or in a very organized way, structured,
yeah,
an
structure.
engineer.
Right. An engineer, yeah. I'm so much not engineering. I'm the opposite, but we're
Yeah.
kind of, yeah. So, but I think I know that through these 22 days, Okay. I think that the viewers or the audience, the way I don't know how you call them,
Audience. Mhm.
audience. Okay, they would really like to know what happened, how you managed, okay, to go through these 22 days, and what happened there during these 22 days for people who are, or the families who companion, people who are just in this journey. So I think if you want to share with us.
Sure. So I did mention it in the previous episodes, but I think it's a great way to put a closure. You know what? It's not a closure. It's gonna be. It just like it's a milestone, but it's a very important milestone. First of all, when I look at it, in the hindsight, I feel that without these 22 days, I wouldn't have done so much healing work. If I would have gotten the results 2 days after the biopsy was sent to the lab, like it was supposed to be, I would probably behave the same way I did 6 months ago, which is just like, okay, it's all good, it's all perfect. Let's go on with my life. But because I was in the unknown, in nothingness, in the void, in the limbo, it's not in the limbo, it's like in that state, that between world, basically in the state where it could go either way. And I was prepared, honestly, I was prepared to any answer, and I
Oh,
was good, and I was good, perfectly good, perfectly okay with either answer, because I knew I was healed. After that, after I experienced the energy healing, when I felt pain and like that capsule of memory leaving my body, a week before I knew I was healed. So I knew, like that day in the podcast, I even recorded it before I got any results. I said, if it's, well, negative, but of course that means that the results reflect my current self, my current energy state, my current consciousness level. If the results are on the other side of the spectrum, I would have said it's a record of the past. It's me 3 weeks ago, so it's irrelevant. Be-
you know,
because I knew, because I knew that the body sometimes takes time to synchronize with our decisions, with our actions, with our mind, with our freedom, with our free choice as the sovereign human beings. And it takes time. And I would say, okay, even if now it's in a certain state, I would have just taken the time to wait until I make any further decisions of care and allow my body to synchronize to my new mind. So this was my mindset. I was never, during this entire journey, I was never in the victim mentality. I was never afraid.
it's
And I shared
important.
that as well. I was never afraid. And I know, and I could feel and see how a person in the same situation, without going through the journey that I went, like for the last 7 or 8 years in the spiritual world, in the healing world, how a normal person would be reacting to it. And it's
Yeah.
and that's perfectly and it's perfectly understandable. It's very natural. They would be putting all the hopes and dreams and into the doctor, what's the verdict that the doctor gonna deliver me in that conversation, and being super scared and feeling hope and feeling like helpless, right? Because there's nothing I can do. I'm waiting for this doctor, for this doctor to tell me if I'm sick, whether I'm sick or healthy. I was not in that state. I said, you are not deciding for me, not your statistics, not your statistics, not your like treatment care, no, nothing. And
So
it's, yeah.
yeah, I would like to emphasize this point. Okay, this
Mhm.
point of view. To begin with, you were saying it's a matter of mind, state of mind. Okay, it's very
Yes. Yeah.
important at this point to say, okay, I heard, and it's not a very easy, um, you know, so on.
Um, I don't know what to say. Well, it's not a verdict. It's like it's not an easy news. I would say
Yes. Okay.
to process, right?
Yeah. So, but something in you, just from the being you are, okay, and the connected you are, and the teacher you are. That's what you're also teaching. The point that you know knew, okay, that you have another option. It's very very important to see that, to know that we have a choice. Okay, it's a journey. I'm gonna go through it, but something in you, inside you, knew the whole way that it's not your story,
Yeah.
and you have another option. And I would like to a little bit talk about this knowing and the
Okay.
vibration that you hold through this time, which helped the whole story to get the result. Okay, because we influence, we have our power, and you didn't forget for a minute your
Yeah,
powers.
that's right. And I wouldn't. I don't want to lie. It was not an easy journey. It was a lot of effort to keep holding that knowing. First of all, it was a knowing that it's even possible. Like I knew because I I know so many like firsthand people who told me their healing stories. People testimonials I watched on YouTube, hundreds of them of people doing completely unreasonable, illogical, unbelievable things in terms of healing, like stage 4 cancer. Like, people who got the verdict of like, you have only 3 months to live with this huge tumor in their brain. And they're starting like, start doing meditation, starting their own personal healing journey and using their mind, and all of a sudden they're like 5 7 years later they're still here, and there is no like there
Evidence.
is no tumor, there is
Mhm.
nothing. So when the person was supposed to get the surgery, there was nothing to operate on. So I know that this is existing. I knew it's possible. And then I said, okay, if it's possible for them, it's possible for me. And I also knew that. But actually, walking the talk, the first thing I told myself, okay, honey, now it's your turn to walk the talk, to do, to walk the road that you preach to other people. Okay, honey. So let's rock and roll. Let's do it. But when you actually do it, then you understand how much it's not difficult, but it's challenging
Yeah,
to keep that knowing at all times. Just remember your being of light. You're not just a human body. You're not statistics of medical, like of all the people in the world. Like I'm not that. And I only my mind who got me into that experience of having a lump of that like trapped dense energy. My mind can get me out of there once I like open up that time capsule, release the stored energy, which happened in one of the meditation. And it could have been any one of the healing session I went, or like I went through my own personal meditations. Could have been any one of them. It didn't have to be that particular like ancestral healing session. It didn't have to. It could, from experience, it could happen in any one of them. It just happened to be during that session. So I'm not saying that that meditation wasn't magical, because it was like like everything was perfect. And my body was ready, and my consciousness was ready. It's like, because everything I've done before that moment also
yeah,
counted. It's not just one thing that
that's it.
led to release of energy. And there were so many other sessions where I was in tears, and more emotion was released. So it's a gradual process, and I've done so many of them in just those like 30 days, even before the biopsy. I started the moment I discovered the situation. So, okay, let's do the work. You know what to do. So like, ask for healing, like put yourself as the healee in the healing circle, receive instead of just sending healing energy to other people to benefit from it. You now in the place of receiving energy, just allowing yourself to receive love and healing from the other side.
which is not simple, by the way.
No, it was challenging. It
Yeah.
was like, it was not simple. It was like, oh no, this is too much. Like at some point, when my beautiful student offered to do a few sessions on me, like just few remote energy healing sessions, I said, wow, this, and for no charge. I said, oh no, this is too much. I don't deserve it. It's like, maybe let me pay for it. And she said, no, no, don't you remember how much you gave me? And she like, listed all the things that she received from me. I said, okay, no problem. I'll take it. Because I forgot. I didn't even count it for that. You know
So
what I mean?
I want to talk about it for a minute, if it's okay, about our habits. Okay, we have usually habits. It's easier for us to help others, you know, and to give, and it's sometimes breathtaking just to receive, and especially so much love and healing. There are moments you really have to breathe it in and to accept it, and to 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 accept all this love. It's not easy.
No. Yeah, it's like it's a conscious moment of opening up my heart and allowing all that energy in. It's like breathe it in, like, but open up my heart first. Okay. I say I do, you have to, yes, I do accept it. I do allow myself to receive all of that, all this beautiful gift of people, of the universe, of divine love. So yeah, especially as the women and especially as healers, we're so
Yeah,
used to be on the other side of the coin or whatever, of
yeah,
the fence. Yeah,
that's it.
yeah, definitely.
So we have the acceptance, we have the willing, we have the knowing, okay,
Hmm.
that we talked about, and we have the journey that was so many levels, in so many levels it took place, and so many things happened, and so many actions in for we are in the physical world, so we had to take actions also. It's important to take the whole thing as one package, and it makes like it feels like we said it was 22 days, but it feels like a lifetime.
It felt, honestly, 100%. It felt like a lifetime. It felt like an incarnation within an incarnation. almost like almost like a rebirth, honest to God. Because it made clear all the things that are important for me in this lifetime, that I'm supposed to do, and it's not, well, I also could see that it's not my time yet to exit this realm into higher realms and pass on. So I knew that, but it's made crystal clear, and it brought urgency for all the things I still want to experience. And it's not about accomplishing, by the way. It's not about succeeding. It's about the things that my soul, like on a soul level, that I wanna still experience. Well, and one of them was the creation of this podcast, and the next stage will be opening up the doors to my new community. It's called the Violet Circle, and this will be the space for space that holds space for people's healing journey. That will be the main focus, and that made it crystal clear. If before I had like all those doubts, what's the target audience, like all those all those marketing ways, do you want to work with women alone, do you want to work with all people? And the answer was all people, and the answer was like, yes, open up the doors to any person on the healing journey, because person on the healing journey cannot do it. It's so hard to do it alone, especially if one wants to defy the mainstream conventional medicine guidelines. I believe it should be working together. I'm not saying say no to anything, like to whatever conventional medicine tells you to do, but maybe take more time. Like for me, I knew if the result would have been positive, I would have just taken more time. I would just take a couple of more months before I do anything, before I go around for surgery, chemotherapy, whatever they recommend. I would have taken 2, 3 months. Just allow myself to keep working on just create the time and work on my energy work on all, like go full power, just like I've done on those 30 days. And that was enough, apparently. Yes, I know it was like, well, it's not like I know. Who knows what would have been like if it's all quantum field, right? And
Yeah,
all the possibilities exist at the same time.
that's right.
I don't know what would have been the result if I hadn't done this work. I don't know. Nobody knows. Yes, you could say it was benign the whole time. That's fine. Doesn't matter. But I had to experience being in the limbo, in the unknown, before actually receiving those results, and that allowed me to be in this focus and this urgency and this clarity of what I want to do. And then the second thing was
And the
writing
choice.
finally, and the choice, of course. And the second thing was writing the book, which I received the name of it, right, like 2 years ago, right? So I guess it's well, and I have a few chapters already, like from long time ago. But now, during this month, many more chapters already had written themselves, and that's gonna keep writing as part of. I'm sure it had to happen so it could be in my book. Like also, I said, like really, I don't need to experience cancer to write a book. So I had that very clear. I do not need to experience cancer. If it is, so be it. I would accept whatever comes and I'll deal with it. But I just told my body and my guides I do not need to experience cancer. I don't feel I need it.
Message, you mean? I got the message. I
I got
understood.
the I got the message. I showed you by my actions, by
That's
starting this podcast, that I'm serious. I'm doing I'm taking also steps in this physical reality, in the three-dimensional world, and real world. The whole world is real, right? And all its dimensions, but in this world also, like actual action steps. I'm showing you I'm serious. So I'm not just like conceptualizing, thinking about the names and the logos that I've done for last month. So I wanted to start this Violet Circle. I produced a logo. I was looking into different things, maybe timelines. Will it be hybrid space with like physical group in Cayman Islands together at the same time with online space? Would it be fully separate? So lots of questions that basically kept me in the freeze mode and doing nothing, not like moving forward, but but like as a result of that experience, it just doesn't matter if I cannot make a mistake, to just move forward. Start with one way, and you can always switch it to hybrid space. If you see hybrid space
motion.
doesn't work, it's motion. Exactly, it's like
Yeah,
energy, like emotion is energy in motion. Should
yeah.
just start, create the flow. And you can always switch it up, make it more aligned, more resonating with you. If you see that you're not that I'm not good with switching my attention from Zoom calls to like Zoom space to physical, to physical people in the room, maybe I'll separate those sessions, and it's also perfect. It doesn't have to be together. So it's, but it's starting something and then take it from there. So that's a very, like a very big insight. I always knew it, but analytical mind would stop me because of the unknown. So I got so uncomfortable in this unknown in those during the last months. So I don't care. Okay, so I'll just do it. Doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean, and I think the comfortable, the work, of course, but being comfortable, saying, okay, I don't know, and also the illusion that actually we are controlling something. Okay, the understanding it's not our control, but if this is my journey now, I'm all in. I'm in my
Yes.
journey, and to understand maybe, and sometimes we understand it just afterwards, that it's a gift given to me. It's actually,
Yes.
it was a gift which told me, okay, you're doing a lot of stuff. Maybe it's time for the being. Maybe it's time to walk the talk, as you said. You know, it's a pause, but afterwards we can understand. Can you share with us what the present? Because I believe it's present.
Yes. The focus and the clarity was definitely present, but we had a lot of conversations about it. Like we were saying, okay, maybe for someone it was time to stop the action, like this loop of some unconscious action and go into being. Me, on the other hand, I was a lot of I was a lot in the being even before that. I meditate, I lead meditations, I'm all into spirituality and like and growth and analyzing, like, and go deep into my emotional body. This time, this month was all about doing. It's not just being. It's, yes, it's like it's hand to hand with emotional release. A lot of that, plus a lot of actual physical doing in my business. A lot of doing, like crazy amount of doing. So
But
so it was not. And I know it's not really typical, but this is what happened for me. Like walk the talk for me, it was okay. Stop just like bullshitting. Stop just talking about it. Stop just being. Also doing. So walk the talk for me was actually doing, but
but you know,
aligned
yeah,
actions, not
yeah,
just any actions.
that's it. Because it's doing, but it's another doing. Okay,
Yeah.
you were in this period. You were doing from the being. I mean, align with your. It's another doing. It's not just the doing which help us to stay in this circle. You know, in this uh,
In
uh,
survival, right? And
in
in this
survival
loop
mode.
and in the survival mode. Yes, it was not that type of doing.
That's
And
it.
it wasn't like the habits that I'm used to do, like the routine stuff. It was freaking unknown things, things that I've been postponing, that I've been scared of starting, like lots of those type of things, like being more vulnerable, being open, like fully, like, crazy, the most authentic self that I could be. And this is what I bring in this podcast. I don't think I've ever been so vulnerable in my life, like here on YouTube, on Spotify, and then not in private, like little smaller circle, like closed circles of communities. It's fully open out in the world, and that anybody could. I intend to keep it open, and anybody could find it in 10 years from now. And I'm fully okay with that. I stand behind every word because this is me. This is what happened, and I don't feel ashamed. I don't feel uncomfortable. I'm
Yeah, it
totally okay with that.
of courage, you know, to break through this intimate and close friends, and to bring it to the world, to anybody who needs it. Sure,
Yeah.
it's yeah.
And I already like start receiving those private messages. Wow, thank you for sharing. I'm exactly in that place right now. I got like I got discovered the breast lump, or I'm already like at some point of the journey. So thank you for sharing your insight. So I'm sure that's some type of service, and whoever needs to hear those words, they'll find me some in some way somehow. I don't need to worry about how. It's
No,
not my
no,
job. It's not my job.
that's right. It's not
So
your
whose
job.
job? Eleanor, tell them whose job it is.
Our guidance, the universe, God. You can the higher self. It's like they say, when you're ready, the exact teacher or message will come to you. And this is a point when we have to, not just in this case, we are we are invited to look around and look for the signs. Because the whole time we have signs, the universe, the angels, the creation. You can call it, each one can create, right, and they can call it the way they feel, exact for them. But there are always signs,
Yeah,
and once we can watch and understand and notice those signs, it gives us so many clues for the next step. And this is the
100%.
being I'm talking about. The being inside the doing, it's just be aware.
Yeah, it's like you and me. Okay, we need guidance. Let's pull up a card from a card, like guidance card deck or reading card deck. Let's like, I don't know, and then put it in Gemini, and let's analyze it, or just notice, like with me with birds, with like flocks of birds or whatnot, the numbers everywhere. I'm noticing the numbers, and I'm playing with those, not playing, interpreting those numbers. So that was a big, huge portion of the journey, and it's only like increasing. The more you notice the signs, the more the more they keep coming. So that's if
Because
you guys are interested, there's a full episode, episode number 2. It's all about science of the universe. So listen to that if this is what you're interested in. It's crazy. And Eleanor, you can all like for you it was crazy. She posted a Facebook post, her first one in years, where she opens up basically a door to her healing spaces, her like um, personal development space, and telling you, okay, I'm out here, and this is who I am, because she's been doing, like, she's been an employee for the last many, many years, and it's the first time ever she's putting herself out there, just like what was it, like last week, a week ago, approximately.
yeah, it looks also like a lifetime because so
Right.
much. Yeah,
So she put
one.
herself out there 1 week ago, and then like her post from zero, like thousands of people saw that post, that it got like so much exposure that she never like dreamed of that, like, and many comments, lots of involvement. And I'm saying, like, Eleanor, you have a lot of involvement. So she goes, what is it? She doesn't even know what it means. It's all the likes, I'm not sure, shares, but lots of comments. And it was like super exciting. It basically, the universe took care of putting her post out there, and get people to notice and to see it, and whoever resonated also replied and responded. So this is what I do with this podcast. Whoever needs it, that will find its way here, and it's going to
By
be
the way,
amazing.
I'm sure that the journey that we went together, through the journey who came to your play, your environment. Okay, this journey has opened also for me the courage. I mean, I was inspired by you that, okay, it's the time. The time is not one day, it's today. And I
Right.
think walking together through this journey opened a lot of stuff for me also, gave
Wow.
me a lot of gift, and understandings that, okay, now it's the time. I don't have to go through uh, by myself, no, to go the same way to wake up. I think that's what,
Like you, yeah, exactly, like you have received so many slaps on your face from the universe. Like we spoke about, you don't need, honestly, you do not need another one. Eleanor is cancer stage 4, ovarian, like uterine cancer survivor, like from
yeah,
many years ago.
many
Yeah,
years ago. Yeah,
but you also, like, you went through this, and she lost her husband of many years all over, like, in one
yeah.
day.
One day,
She's
yeah,
a widow, so she had so many, you know, kick-ass from the universe, like
and I didn't wake up,
yeah,
and I
like
didn't wake up.
we're talking about, now you don't need another one. Let's, like, spare yourself. Just do whatever your soul wants to do now, without the need to
Yeah,
another kick on the butt.
exactly. And
And you
not
actually,
every kick in the butt, as I can see it, all of them were in a way they were a gift, okay? Because I grew from these. I learned who I am every moment. This is also something I'm doing now. I'm asking myself, who am I now? Because the life is very dynamic and things are happening, and how do you say, shit happens, okay?
right, yeah,
And but I'm choosing. I have the choice uh, to go to look at it, to do different, to decide what I'm doing with this, and then after I grow from it, and I'm getting stronger and more compassion, more opened. And then you understand how you grew from this challenge, that it came to you as a gift
right.
for your own growth, for your own um, atzama,
Empowerment.
empowerment. That's it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I
And I
really,
could I could see, yeah, I could see the gift in my situation, like very, like almost like after 1 week of like dealing with it, of like experiencing, I could see the gift. I could clearly see it. And that was, I think I even, like, I wrote it in so many places. This is a gift. So thank you for this gift. I was like in gratitude state, which is one of the highest emotions you can ever experience. So,
great.
and I know it's not like I'm completely unreasonable to experience gratitude when you're in the limbo and waiting, you're like, cancer, yes or no, answer from your doctor. I know it sounds crazy, but this is what I have experienced.
I think whatever situation in life uh, we face, we always have like half of the cup is full. And this
Yeah,
is the things we are, because as you mentioned, it's one of the greatest vibes, okay? It also help us to rise our vibe, but always focus whenever you can. It's okay also to focus on the other half, but of the full. To
yeah,
focus the full, the things we are grateful for them. And it can be a very small one, okay? I'm
mhm,
grateful for the coffee I'm drinking this morning. I'm grateful for so many friends I have around. I can be grateful for my kids, for my husband, um, for anything, for this beautiful sun, for having the moment to the excuse or the moment of going to the beach and take my time for myself. I and this gratitude you're talking about is so important.
it's a conscious choice, Eleanor. It's very, it's not like something that just comes comes naturally to most of us, also to me. It's a conscious choice to feel gratitude, to reinforce, to increase that vibration in my body, in my life. And just like you said, like, my focus, and I could see like the colors of even nature being more vibrant. I don't know, like it was like more sparkly, you know what I mean? It's
Exactly.
crazy. Yeah, it's amazing.
Beautiful.
It changes once we feel, once I feel gratitude, once I feel love in my heart, everything changes. The same experience, same day looks much more enjoyable, much more vibrant, much more colorful, I don't know,
Alive.
much more magical, alive, magical.
Alive. Yes.
Yes. Hmm.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I think we pointed some really important point of view during this journey. And do you have something, a message for the viewers from our conversation?
Um, I don't know how to summarize it honestly into like one message. You you know what comes from me right now? You always have a choice.
Great.
You always can make a conscious choice. So you can decide, I'm healed. Even without any evidence from the physical world, you can say, I'm healed. I know it. This is my conscious choice. And say it out loud to the world, to God, to the universe, to yourself. Doesn't matter what your beliefs or religion is, doesn't matter. But you have, this is what we have, greatest power, greatest here of beings of light in the human body. It's the power, it's the privilege of freedom of choice. So if I have this freedom of choice, and if I can influence my reality, let's make sure that I'm making the right choice for me, the better choice, choice of love, choice of health, choice of freedom. And freedom could come in so many in so many different ways. Choice of abundance and prosperity. You can make that choice, and it starts from the choice, and then supported by actions, and then it manifests into your physical reality. So
Exactly.
this is my message to you. Just ask yourself, what am I choosing right now? Even if it's unconscious, like, what am I choosing now? And then know that you can just change it. Just switch it. Write it down. Say it out loud 5 times. Why five? Because it's the code of the goddess, of the mother of creation, of Sophia. Just say it. Say it 5 times. Anything you want as a declaration, as a affirmation, say it 5 times. Write it down. And this is gonna be the start of your new reality.
Exactly. So I have, just for the Israeli viewers, we have a surprise because Dina is in Israel and she's having
A
you know,
workshop.
a workshop, yeah, in
And
Tel
so
Aviv.
for Israeli community, I'm gonna, and this is honestly, it was born during this journey. I knew this is when I wanna, this is the gift I would like to bring to my community here in Israel. I'm here right now. It's a physical, in-person workshop in Tel Aviv, close to Israeli Center, and it's gonna be about 4 hours, 4.5 hours, fully dedicated to physical healing, to challenge with personal health, and I'll put you through the same process I went through over those last 30 days, like those key elements that were the most important for me. I would like you to experience, and I would like at the end, like, help you rewire your body, rewire your reality, so you can come out of this experience and will be able to take it and keep and keep going, keep walking your own personal healing journey in the best possible way.
I think
And
it's a
for more international, it's great, right? It's super excited.
great gift anybody can give themselves.
Yeah,
Even if
yeah,
you're not in a special journey right now, okay? Just a beautiful, beautiful gift we give to ourselves.
amazing,
Yeah.
100%. And this is gonna be based on the circle model that I've developed, because I could see all the elements. I could clearly visually see all the elements that are part, that necessary elements, pieces of the puzzle that have to be as part of efficient, easier healing journey, personal transformation journey. And that's this circle model. Each one of them stands for different things. I think I'm gonna dedicate a special podcast episode to the circle method. I want to really deep dive into this because it's so exciting. All of a sudden, like everything, all of my experience, all of my insights, all of my knowledge came into this very simple, easy to digest, easy to understand model that I'm can't wait to share with all of you, and that will be the basis for my Violet Circle community. Soon, 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 soon coming up.
Exciting, exciting news.
Yeah,
We're really thrilled that you are here with us for
and yeah, and I can't wait to hug you. Finally, it's been a year since last time.
yeah.
So thank you
And,
for being here.
thank you, and just inform your audience, not in Israel, that you're gonna have when you return. You're gonna have for them also special workshop.
Yeah,
You don't forget that.
special special workshop or special space. That's the Violet Circle that I'm gonna open up. Yeah. All the details will follow once it's ready. It's been created. It's been formalizing, and I would love to share for you to share in the comments what resonated with you from this episode. If you have any questions, if you have any ideas for any following episodes, please write it down in the comments. You're welcome to subscribe. Press the subscribe button. Share this episode with anyone who needs to hear it today. Maybe someone on the healing, their own personal healing journey. Just share the podcast with them. And I'm sure they'll find, even if one sentence will resonate with them, so be it. That's gonna be enough of a benefit. So please do that, and let's and help us spread this word to as many people as possible. Thank you so much for being with us. I love you guys. Thank you, my friend.
Thank
Take
you.
care.